With a script, you don't need the visual description. And like you say, I'm a really descriptive writer. So I love describing like the room we're sitting in and so on. But with a script you don't. It's all about dialogue and relationships and tension and conflict. And
yeah, it's really good initially, there's a script shift. So when you're trying to sell a project, you want all that richness that the book includes and all that texture. And as it gets closer to sort of production, you strip it back and allow those areas for the other departments to really do their thing, I guess. But yeah, you're so right. You know, it's a lot about the character motivations and the through lines that we really focus on.
And also, the actors bring a lot of the meaning to the script. You know, whereas when you're writing a novel, you kind of pretty much hand it to the reader on a plate, because you don't have actors to communicate what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And you know, for me, one of the best occasions was the read-through, and you know, seeing the actors bring the script to life and their take on it.
Did you change the script as a result of the read-through and the rehearsals?
Yeah, so there were some changes off the back of the read-through and things that were maybe slightly repetitive or certain areas that we need to clarify a little bit more. So that's a great opportunity for those things to be worked on.
And do you hear in your head how the dialogue is spoken? And so when you're hearing the actors speak the dialogue, do you think, no, it's the wrong intonation? Or do you think, yes, yes, you've hit the nail on the head? I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a version in my head, like how this plays out. But I don't think I'm brave enough to be like, you know, you've said it wrong, Lenny, you know.
It's a bit like I've written a novel and there has to be an aspect of me letting it go because I've entrusted it to you and the producers and everybody else, and you've written the script. And once that's done, you kind of have to let it go.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's such a collaborative process, and you know, everybody's working towards making the best show possible, and you have to trust people to do their jobs. And it's great, you know, because you sometimes have an idea of how a scene should play out or something should be said, and somebody does it completely different. And actually it works better, and that is a joy as well, because you know, you've provided that and you've allowed that opportunity to happen, and so you're still part of it. It's still such a collaborative aspect of it.
Whereas a novel isn't really. You know, so you write a novel, you know, you redraft it, you've got your relationship with your editor, maybe you've got some initial readers who give you feedback. Once it's done, once it's published, that's it. Nobody can mess around with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a very different experience to a script, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's important for writers, you know, of scripts to go in with that knowledge, you know, and that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, if you were really kind of interventionist, you'd be a nightmare, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it does happen. But
stop the rehearsal, stop! You said that wrong!
I think I'd be marched off set pretty quickly.
You would be, wouldn't you? Yeah.